People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now people, it happen again, it happen one more again, and people, like I say, Jamaica suffers from a copycat syndrome. And people, we saw just about over a week ago, a popo basically pulled over a taximan, and the taximan basically ran him over. And people, we see that this is happening once again, one more again. We are speaking about close to Coronation Market, where it is said that a popo pulled over a taximan and was asking for the documents. However, based on what the popo is saying, the taximan did not obey his orders and him basically tried to run him over. Now we have to ask the question, was the popo's life in danger, or did he just get trigger happy? People, let me know what you think after you listen to this. Now, people, like I've always said, there are always three sides to every story. We are speaking about the taximan side, we are speaking about the police side, and we're also speaking about the truth. So, people, we hear what the popo claimed that happened. Now, take a listen, take a look to what persons that were on the scene. We are speaking about eyewitnesses. Listen to what they had to say, and then I'll give my piece.
We're told that the incident happened the minutes to 4 p.m. Residents and family members of the deceased are still on the scene, expressing just how upset they are about what happened. Just to be exact, the incident happened close to the Coronation Market, but it's along Spanish Town Road, where Spanish Town Road meets Bond Street. The gentleman has been identified as Showing Armstrong. Now, earlier on, I spoke to Latoya, who said she was a passenger in the vehicle. She said Showing was approached by the policeman to present his car documents. According to her, he presented the documents to the police, this while he was still seated in the vehicle. He then received a ticket. Shortly thereafter, she said the policeman stood in front of the vehicle and fired the shot, which hit Showing in the chest. He was rushed to hospital, where he was pronounced dead. We're told that at least 3 other passengers were in the vehicle at the time of the incident.
Were you able to ascertain why he would have shot in the first place, or would have prompted him to do so?
That we've still not been able to find out. We've only heard the accounts of the residents who said that he was just shot in cold blood. There is no rationale for it, but we've not been able to get any more details in terms of what could have caused it.
Now, people, when stuff like this happens, we have to ask some very simple question. Was the popo's life in danger? Was the taximan using his car as a dangerous weapon to basically harm or maim the popo? People, if that answer is no, we are speaking about cold BLOOD, point blank and period. And we have to also ask the question, could the popo have avoided letting out that con? Could he have avoided putting that con in that man's chest? We are speaking about the taximan. Could he have avoided the car? Was he in any harm? Was he in harm's way? Now, people, those are pertinent questions, and if the answer to both is yes, that means that we are speaking about manslaughter, point blank and period. Now, when I speak about the copycat syndrome, I am speaking about that incident that occurred in New Kingston less than a week ago, in which a taximan was pulled over by the popo and he disobeyed his order and basically ran him over. And the police ended up with 2 broken legs, or his leg broken in separate places. Now, people, that popo is said to be still in the hospital and the man is on the run. We are speaking about the taximan. Now, people, like I said, this is a totally different case. This is a totally different circumstances. So therefore, the popo in this incident, he should have been professional. He should have analyzed the situation and understand what he is facing. He should have known, based on his training in the popo school, if he was in harm's way. He should have known that if he could have avoided using lethal force, he should have avoided it. So therefore, if he did not follow all the protocols that he was trained to do, therefore we are speaking about MANSLAUGHTER, once again, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the P0L is looking for a MVRD3R suspect that is accused of letting go some con and also some slap away. We are speaking about in St. Andrews South, and we're also speaking about in St. Catherine South. And this person is said to be 24-year-old and he goes by the government name. We are speaking about Leroy Burrell, OC aka Caliber. Now people, when you talk about Caliber, we are speaking about all sorts of burner, we are speaking about all sorts of tool. So people, that basically explains the person that he is. And he is said to be a fisherman, that is said to be his occupation. And he is from Port Henderson Road. We are speaking about Portmore, we are speaking about St. Catherine. And based on what the P0L reports is saying, he is NT3D charged for 5 counts of slap away. We are speaking about in 2019. And fast forward 2020, we are just in January. He is also NT3D for a 6 slap away. So people, we are speaking about a person that is dangerous, point blank and period. And based on what the P0L is saying, he is also wanted for an August 8, 2018 slap away of a 44-year-old man called Louis Gordon, OC aka Pampa, and he is of New Road. We are speaking about Majestic Gardens. We are speaking about in Kingston. People, we are speaking about a next volatile community. Is he also a GANGSTER? People, I don't know. And based on what the P0L is saying, this man and his crony ATTACKED, Mr. Garden, and put some con on him. And this suspect was also pointed out in an identification parade. So people, we see that he was on the run. However, he is now in the custody of P0L. So people, this is a very good look for the P0L. Some people, like I've said, we have to give credit where credit is due. We are speaking about as it pertains to the P0L, as it pertains to the justice system. We are speaking about the DPP. We are speaking about Paula Llewellyn, because we see that they've been putting in some work at the end of 2019 and also 2020. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now, before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. One word, Jamaica Dancehall Source. Don't put no space between the words. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the Prime Minister, we are speaking about Andrew Holness, he has given some information on his new crime fighting strategy for 2020. And people, take a listen, take a look to what he has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Some of them are university trained. Some of them were members of the security forces. Some of them are well versed in financial matters. Some of them have training in cyber matters. And some of them are very well connected with international crime syndicates who have the capacity and the resources to hire not just well-paid attorneys and other professionals, but they have analysts who examine government strategies, find out areas of weakness, and make their plans.
So people, what this Prime Minister is saying is that these criminals that we see today, they are not the regular, the run of the mill, the one them will drop out of school and that are always on the street corner, that are always crushing out weed in them and miggle. They become sophisticated. So he is making it abundantly clear that we are dealing with some new age. We are speaking about some persons who know how to beat the system. They are well advanced. So people, we have to take heed. So in other words, when you combine the fact that they are streetwise and they are also ex-P0L and ex-JDF and ex-road cops, people, we are speaking about a deadly combination, point blank and period. And he is also making it very clear that they are advanced, they are versed in financial matters. That means that they are cyber thieves. So people, when you talk about the fact that they are streetwise, when you talk about the fact that they have the background of the P0L or the JDF, and when you also talk about the fact that they are cyber thieves, people, we are speaking about some 2020, we are speaking about criminals 2.0, point blank and period. So therefore, if them have the money, them have the manpower, and they also have the links, therefore they know how to maneuver around the rules and regulation and breach all the borders and the corrupted border patrol immigration officers, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. So people, when we listen to the Prime Minister, we see that he knows what he is talking about. But people, it is no breaking news. This has been going on for decades and everybody know what the problem is. The problem is that we cannot find a solution. The problem is that the strategies that the JCF and the JDF and the Security Minister and the Prime Minister are implementing, they are not working. They are epic failures, point blank and period. So the question is this: what kind of changes are they going to make? Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And we see that their strategy have not been working over the past few decades. So people, let me know what you think in the comment section. Now people, when we listen to the Prime Minister, we listen to the Security Minister, and we listen to their strategy, it is very plain and simple. It does not take a rocket scientist. It does not take anybody with too much sense for know that poverty is the main component that breeds crime and corruption. And if you cannot eliminate those problems, we are speaking about educate the youth. We are speaking about giving them job. We are speaking about giving them a sense of purpose. We are always going to have the same problem. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.